Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well out there at the moment. In today's video, I am going to be taking a look at a horror movie that I watched just last week called Barbarian. Now, there are actually two recent films called Barbarian, but the one that I actually watched is the one where the woman turns up at her rental house and it turns out that a guy is already staying there due to a double booking. Now, I can remember seeing the trailer for this movie on YouTube and I went straight to the comment section where people were giving this film really good top reviews, saying that this movie is not what you think it is, it's really unexpected, and what you see in the trailer is actually nothing to what really happened. So I was very intrigued, and I noticed that this movie had recently gone on to Disney Plus, so straight away I stuck along with my other half, and I've gotta say, this movie was really messed up, but it was bloody brilliant. In the movie, we are introduced to a woman called Tess, who turns up at a rental house, and this is where a guy called Keith answers the door. And the pair of them realize that there has been some sort of mistake, there's been a double booking. So Keith asks Tess to come into the house so they can phone the helpline to try and get everything sorted. Now, when they are actually unable to get it sorted, Keith offers Tess to stay the night, and she can basically have the bedroom and he will sleep on the sofa. Now, as a viewer, you automatically think that you know where this is going. You're thinking that Keith is some crazy guy who is lying about who he is, but it turns out that Keith is actually genuine. Tess even checks his wallet and checks his ID just to make sure he is indeed called Keith. So all is well, Keith is a good guy, Tess is all good, however, something bad is lurking in the basement. I really don't want to spoil too much for you guys, so I'm going to try my best to, try not to ruin the movie for you if you haven't watched it yet. But in the basement, there is a secret passage that is discovered. And in this passage is a hidden room. And in this room is some dodgy looking camera pointing at a bed. A bed covered in brown and red stains. It looks super dodgy and it gave me the chills when I first saw it. I was thinking that someone has not met a very nice end in this room, but what the hell is it all about? There is also another door in this corridor which takes you further into a tunnel, and then there are these stairs that go even further down. It's just crazy and it's pitch black. At this stage in the movie, you do not have a clue what is happening and what's going to happen next, and I think that's why I love this movie so much. It was so unpredictable and put together really well. Let's talk about the creature in the basement, because this is just something you just couldn't make up. This creature has got this long dark hair, it looks like some horrible demon thing with tits hanging out the whole time. There is even a scene where this creature is force-feeding a character milk from its tit. It's so disgusting and gross. Basically, this creature kidnaps a few people in the movie into the basement, and all this creature wants is to be these people's mother, which is why there's that disgusting scene of the creature breastfeeding a character because she thinks she's breastfeeding her children. This house with the humongous basement holds some shocking secrets, and throughout the film we learn, the backstory of everything, and it's actually quite disturbing because this sort of thing actually does happen. I mean, maybe not the creature in the basement with the big tit and, force feeding them milk, but the backstory does happen. It also tells the story in a really clever way, and it all comes together brilliantly for the final act. The guy from Jeepers Creepers is in this movie, and he plays a horrible character who ends up getting caught up in all of this madness. Now, despite his character being not very nice, I just love Justin Long as an actor. I loved him in Jeepers Creepers, I loved him in Drag Me to Hell, so it was great to see him back in this movie. There were some really intense scenes in the basement with some really good use of dark and light. There were moments where we would be following the torch for the light with the camera, and it just added to the unbearable tension. My other half was literally under the pillow. He really wanted to watch, but he just couldn't look. That's how intense it was. I mean, the film doesn't even rely on jump scares to scare you, but when there are jumpy bits, it actually catches you off guard. There is a really cool kill scene in the movie that I will not ruin for you because it does happen right at the end of the movie, but let's just say it's graphic, brutal, and awesome. I had a really good time with this horror movie. It was nice to see a genuinely different type of horror film of recent years. I love the fact that the trailer totally misleads you and gives nothing away, but most of all, I just love how unpredictable the film is. I think that's what made it even scarier, the not knowing of what was coming in the basement. After you see this creature woman for the first time, we learn that there is something even worse in the basement, and at this stage you're just thinking to yourself, what the hell can be worse? It's so freaking good. I love it. Me and Peter really enjoyed this film to the point where I am going to be getting this on Blu-ray to add to my collection. Believe it or not, people still don't know about this movie. A few people that I've chatted to have never even heard of it, so spread the word, guys. This horror movie is definitely a masterpiece in my opinion, and trust me when I say you will not be bored when you watch this movie. It's really rare for a horror movie to be this entertaining but at the same time be just as scary. If you're a massive horror fan, you will not want to miss this movie, so make sure that you add it to your watch collection immediately. Let me know in the comments box below if you've already seen this movie, and let me know your thoughts after you first watched it. I will be really interested in reading everyone's comments on this one, so make sure you do leave that comment. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, then please be aware of possible spoilers in those comments. Okay then guys, well, we have reached the end of today's video. Thank you for stopping by today. If you haven't already subscribed, then please be sure to smash that subscribe button as it really helps us out. And guys, make sure that you stay safe out there, and I will see you all again very, very soon.